We're here at the mission to Seafarers Victoria to join a heritage tour and have dinner. Come on, let's go inside. This event is hosted by the Philippine Consulate General in Melbourne for members of the Filipino media, including myself, Rosa, the official vlogger of the consulate. Thank you! The Mission to Seafarers is an international charity organization that is dedicated to supporting and caring for the needs of seafarers around the world.
I think the biggest question people have is, what's a seafarer? What do you do? What happens here? So there are a few things that happen here. We look after the welfare of seafarers. By seafarers we mean the men, mostly men. There's maybe 2% of women in the world that are seafarers. So mostly men that work on the container ships. So all those containers that you see down in the ports and when you go down to Footscray, they're full of everything that we wear, that we eat, the cars we drive, everything. If it wasn't made in Australia, it almost certainly came by ship. And so the seafarers are the people that work on those ships. And when they're in port, they have maybe, 4-5 hours shore leave, if they're lucky. And if they're fortunate to be able to leave their ship, then they might call us, or they might call Stella Morris. And we will go and pick them up. One of our volunteers will jump in one of the buses that you may have seen outside, go and pick them up, bring them back, and then they have a few hours in Melbourne. So we will change their money. What usually happens, even if they don't know what they're going to do, we know exactly what they would like to do. So they come in, they look a bit lost, they try to find the toilet. They can't work out how to get in the door, which is hilarious because what is their job? Is in and out of doors on a ship. And then they come to the bar and then they want to change their money because they get paid in US dollars, cash. So we have to change their money to Australian dollars. So we do that. That's one of the main services that we provide here is we change their money. And then with this money, they almost always go over across the river to the DFO. To buy all these gifts for their family and all these amazing sneakers and shoes and necklaces that they have just bought over on the ship. But they go back there and this is what they spend some of their hard-earned money on. And they love it and it's fantastic. And off they go, they walk around for a bit and then they'll come back and then they will almost certainly use the free Wi-Fi that we provide, or they'll buy some SIM cards and then they will sit here and they call home and they FaceTime their family and their partners and maybe the babies as well. Sometimes we hear lots of giggling and they might have a beer, maybe not. They might go and buy a hamburger as well. And that's it. Maybe play a game of pool and they'll hang out for a bit and then they go back. And that's the life of a seafarer in modern times, since 1955, I think, when containerisation changed the way the shipping industry works. And so of the more than, I think it's 10,000 seafarers that come to the port of Melbourne every year, more than 60% of them are from the Philippines. So it's perfect that you're here. We see so many Filipinos come through the door. I adore them, they're very polite. I'm not sure if this is a trait of everyone from the Philippines.
It is.
They call me ma'am. They say, hello ma'am. Yes ma'am, thank you ma'am. They are so polite and so we love to welcome the seafarers from the Philippines and they're always smiling even though they have this really difficult job and they're away from their family and their friends and their culture and sometimes stuck on this ship in a very small space. with maybe, I think it's maybe about 20 people that usually work on the container ships. They might not always be from the Philippines, so there's all these different cultures together, all in this small space. And sometimes they're away for months at a time.
Hello. Pwede kaya mag-video. Okay. Lalala. Bantay. Parang may mic.
Go.
Hi guys! So meron tayong mga na-meet na seafarers. And introduce yourself.
I'm Jason from Philippines. Sebastian from Santa Rosa. Gregorio from Jensen.
Yes! And mag-hello kayo sa family niyo sa Pilipinas.
It's Mariam Bisande Edrisco. Mariam with an L. Yes.
Would be a good
Almost a year now. Actually, a year now. I've been a seafarer for a year now. I'm currently an engine cadet.
An engine cadet.
Yes, an engine cadet.
And when did you board your vessel?
For this,
From where? From Manila?
no, from the joining port for this vessel was actually Singapore. So Singapore since November 18.
And before Singapore?
Before Singapore, I joined another another vessel from my company, also a container vessel. I've been there for 8 months and my joining port was South Korea.
But in the Philippines, saan ka? Where do you come from?
I came from General Santos City.
I'm from General Santos City. General Santos City. Is that your, is that your, how do you call this, dream to become a female seafarer?
I've seen that it had become my dream now as one of the pioneering women who would step foot in the industry.
Congratulations, my dear. Let's remember Mariam.
Yes.
She was a captain.
I'm an engine, so chief engineer.
Chief engineer. How old are you?
I'm currently 22 years old.
Oh my gosh, she's only 22. Women empowerment.
Yay!
Amazing and smart. Ang galing-galing.
Yeah.
Sakto.
Yes, thank you.
So what do you intend to do while you're here? You are on shore leave.
Yes.
Yeah. For how long?
Actually, we are leaving tomorrow. Yes. So, yes, I came and look around as most people do, enjoy as much as girls as possible because on board too many
I'm
guys.
sure you're still single, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I believe.